Reading has become a worldwide phenomenon, with almost everyone indulging in one sort of book or another. Whether it is a self-help book or a mystery, almost everyone has attempted to build a reading habit. But what about those who want to experience the joy of consistent reading but aren't sure how to start? Or, if they have started, are struggling to maintain their habit? There are a couple methods you can implement to begin your reading journey. First is the PICK method, which helps you choose a book right for you. First is P, purpose. Why do I want to read this book? Am I reading it because I want to develop good habits in my day-to-day life? Or am I reading this book to relieve stress? Figuring out why you want to read a book is the first step to developing your reading habit. Then comes I, interest. What am I interested in? To help you answer this, think about your hobbies or what sort of things you like to indulge in during your free time. If you're struggling to decide, you can ask yourself, if I had all the time in the world with no responsibilities, what would I do? Depending on your answer, you can begin to narrow down your book options and begin to find some genres that interest you. C. Comprehend. Comprehension is one of the biggest parts of reading. If you can't understand what you're reading, then you'll begin to lose interest in the book. There is an easy 3-step exercise to determine reading comprehension. First, open a book randomly to any page and then read that page. Second, keep track of unfamiliar words. Third, after you or your child is done reading that page, count the number of words that were new or unfamiliar. If that page is 3 or more new words, then that book might be a bit too difficult to understand. 1 to 2 unfamiliar words are fine. It likely means that the book is appropriate for your reading level. K. Know. This goes hand in hand with comprehension. What it does is that it tests your vocabulary. 1 to 3 unknown words are fine, but no more than 5, especially if you're beginning to start your reading habit. The next method is a method that I've coined myself. It's called EMC Square. The method is based off of the crawl, walk, run strategy. First comes E, engage. The first step to get children or yourself into reading is by engaging them. Now this can be done through numerous ways, but the best way I found is to just go to a library and spend some time flipping through books. Eventually, before you know it, you'll have a stack of books in your hands waiting to be checked out. The same can be done in bookstores. Another way to engage is by going to book clubs or creating one yourself. It doesn't have to be a big one. You can create one with just your friends or people from your neighborhood. Either way, a book club will help create an interest in the book you're reading. Summer reading programs are also extremely effective for younger kids. They engage the kids with a worksheet or a coloring page, helping them keep track of their reading progress. And at the end of each milestone, they get a small prize, maybe a candy or a small toy. Then comes M, motivate. Set reading goals. For younger kids, it can be maybe reading for 30 to 45 minutes a day, since they'll typically have more time for reading. For older kids, even just a daily goal of 15 to 20 minutes of reading will be fine. Then, have a reading list. It'll further help motivate you to read, since you'll look forward to reading the next book on your list. For me, having a list of books I wanted to read really helped me in keeping my reading habit. C. Cultivate. Then comes cultivating the habit. One of the things you can do to cultivate your habit is to never leave home without a book. Now, if you have any free time, maybe while eating lunch or waiting in traffic, you can read your book instead of scrolling through your phone or doing something else. You can further engage in reading by asking questions like, what do you like about this chapter? Do I like this character? Why do I like them? Or what's my favorite part of this book? For younger kids, make it a free time activity. Instead of watching TV for large amounts of time, they can instead spend that time reading with a parent or an older sibling, or even by themselves. Now comes the second C. Once you or your child has developed an interest and a habit in reading, challenge them by bringing in slightly different books for them to read, or maybe even longer books. Don't deviate from whichever topic they like reading. Just bring in books that maybe have words that the child or yourself don't know. Another great way to challenge is by reading for longer sets of time each day. Instead of reading for 20 minutes, try reading for 25 or 30. For younger kids especially, challenge them to try reading without you sometimes, or start reading without a parent or older sibling. Here are some tips. Reading comes with many benefits. It can improve your memory and focus, as well as enhance your vocabulary and help in reducing stress. Finally comes overcoming reading slumps, which is for people who already have a reading habit but have lost their interest in reading for the time being. Here are some of the things you can do to overcome your reading slump. Thank you for watching.